Welcome back to AI Weekly News by Cyber Intel Systems. I'm glad you're with us. I'm your host, Lisa Parsons. Today's story is about Atlas learns to change its own battery for factory work. Atlas is already undergoing field testing with Hyundai on real-world parts, sequencing tasks. The early fleets are also going to Hyundai Motor Group's Robot Metaplant Application Center and Google DeepMind for continued development and training. These are controlled early deployments, not broad commercial adoption across factories. Hyundai's longer rade calls for validated manufacturing tasks at its Georgia Metaplant beginning in 2028, starting with parts seasoning with more complex assembly targeted later. Those dates are plans. They should not be described as work already performed at production scale. Boston Dynamics lists about 4 hours of battery life during typical use and roughly 2 hours during heavy lifting. Moss conventional recharge takes about 90 minutes, while the autonomous swap is reported at less than 3 minutes. Multiple charged batteries could therefore keep a robot available across longer shifts, subject to maintenance and task conditions. Atlas stands about 1.9 meters tall and weighs about 90 kilograms. The company lists a sustained load of 30 kilograms and a momentary load of 50 kilograms, tactile sensing in the hands, and a 360-degree camera view support, manipulation, and awareness around the work area. The robot also connects to Boston Dynamics Orbit Management Platform for reorgan integration and fleet metrics. Once a task is trained and validated, the company says that skill can be distributed across an Atlas fleet. That software-like deployment model could reduce the cost of teaching each machine separately, but only if the task remains reliable across different parts, lighting layouts and interruptions. Autonomous maintenance improves the business case for humanoid robots because labor savings can disappear when workers must constantly rescue or recharge the machine. Field replaceable components and local service training address other sources of downtime. Automakers are attractive early customers because they already operate highly instrumented plants, manage standardized parts, and understand robotics safety. They also face high costs when a line stops. A humanoid form may help in spaces designed around people, but a fixed robot or mobile cart can still be cheaper and safer for many repetitive jobs. Let's pause here for a short break. We'll be right back after this bumper. Welcome back. If you find this useful, follow and subscribe to AI Weekly News. Now, let's continue the news. Workforce impact will remain part of every deployment. Hyundai workers have already raised concerns about humanoid automation. Manufacturers need a clear account of which tasks change, how workers are retrained, who can stop the robot, and how productivity gains are shared. Technical readiness does not settle those labor questions. The under 3-minute number should be tested as part of the complete operating cycle. Buyers need data on successful swaps, failed docking attempts, battery degradation, charging capacity, thermal limits, and safe behavior. A fast, best-case swap is less useful than a predictable process over thousands of cycles. Task evaluation should measure completed units, damage, near misses, recovery time, and human interventions. It should include unusual parts, dropped objects, changing floor conditions, network loss, and people entering the workspace. The robot's ability to stop safely and explain why it stopped matters as much as raw speed. Security also moves on to the factory floor, fleet updates, learned skills, cameras, and links to manufacturing systems. Create paths to sensitive process data and physical action. Sign software, lease privilege access, segmented networks, recalled, and audible operator commands should be part of acceptance testing. Atlas changing its own battery is a small action with a large operational purpose. It shows that industrial humanoids are being designed around edtime and serviceability, not only physical performance. The published specifications make the production ambition clearer, while current Hyundai testing provides a real environment for learning. The technology remains in an early adopter stage. Watch intervention rates, safety evidence, full shift, reliability, maintenance, cost, and results from validated factory tasks. A humanoid becomes valuable when it can perform ordinary work safely and repeatedly, including the ordinary work of keeping itself ready for the next task. Thank you for listening to AI Weekly News by Cyber Intel Systems. Subscribe and join us next week for the latest AI stories.